What was my dream tonight? No, I'm under some kind of interrogation. And the interrogation was some kind of a violent confrontation. The man approaching me on the opposite side of the table, and I'm sitting on the table, and they were asking me questions and demanding answers. I see them coming towards me, and I'm sitting down on the table. There was 3 parts to the interrogation. So I have to answer in 3 ways. There's supposed to be an event that I need to answer. I need to know what the formula is. And I need to respond with a thought. For some reason or another, I didn't know about the formula. And because I do not know about the formula that they are using, I did not really answer the question. There came a point when the interrogation somewhat stops. And then there was a lady beside me, and she was on my side. And she's asking me questions like why I didn't answer the questions in full. She wanted to know my side of the story. She was looking into my package of answers, and she had what we call hidden knowledge about me, and so she wanted to know my side of the story. So I kept telling her that I didn't answer the question because I don't know what the formula is, and therefore I couldn't respond with a proper thought. There was another part to this dream. There was a discussion among us, and we were supposed to meet at Golden Mile downstairs. But then, so I took the initiative to go down first. And while downstairs, I was waiting for them, but they didn't come down. And meanwhile, I was talking to those people downstairs, but still waiting for them to come down. I was wondering to myself if there were some parts of the conversation we had missed. Perhaps they didn't understand me, or I didn't understand them. And then the last part of the dream is the IRAS. Yes, there were questions being asked, and I was answering them, but then I was about actually to go for an overseas tour, and I was considering the timing of answering those questions. Because I was going for a tour, I wondered to myself if I could postpone answering, so that if the questions were a bit too tough for me to answer, I may perhaps never return from the tour. We are all moving along a wave. Every event occurs as part of the wave of ups and downs. There is no exception to this. The reality that we know is included in the wave. We live along a 6-day period. And interestingly, the wave is predictable. And in this sense, we have knowledge. In this sense, we can answer a question. A question is from one part of the wave, and the answer is on another part of the wave, and they appear to answer each other. However, there is a limitation. The answer is always from a different timing, and the answer has a description. In other words, the answer do not exactly meet to the questioner. It is not exactly a solution, but rather an answer to a question. I'm drawing a picture showing that the answer to a question is only an intersecting section. It goes along a circumference of 6 days, predictable. But yet, interestingly, the one solution is not along the wave, but rather at the center of the circle of waves. We are happy with the question and we are happy with the answers, but they don't exactly meet. There's a timing difference and there is an uncertainty in the description. This is an inevitable fact. In science, we call it the Heisenberg Principle. In other words, the answer to a question can never satisfy the questioner. As I said before, the only answer is the one solution, which is actually found only in the center of the circumference of the waves. In the dream, there were questions coming from the IRS. Yes, there were questions, but I don't have to answer. Well, I should answer, but I don't have to answer, because if I don't find a reasonable answer, what I can do is simply disappear. So no doubt we move along the wave of life, but we can decide. Our will prevails. It is written in the Bible that after 6 days of predictive action, God decided to have a cessation of himself. And this occurs on the 7th day. And why did he do that? When he ceased, he enters into the center of the wave, and there he blew the breath of life. And it's written, man became a living soul. In other words, the answer, the solution, does not lie in the predictions of the wave, but rather only at the level of the breath, the living soul. Because breath is life, and life is the will.